Yo, what's up guys, Twick here, and today I'm going to be teaching you the fundamentals of bridging in Bedwars. But before I get started, just make sure you're subscribed down there. It really does help if you're subscribed, so make sure if that button is red, turn it gray right now. Alright, now onto the video. Now I definitely won't be able to cover every single type of bridging method, but I'll be covering the main ones that you'll be finding in Bedwars. That includes ninja bridging, monster bridging, slow bridging, and breezily bridging.
What's up, the perf? This shit is priceless, nigga. You can hear that shit through the motherfucking speakers. So dirty.
First of all, we're here on MC Play HD. This is the best bridging server that I've seen so far. This is the main one I use. IP will be on screen right now, and it'll be in the description. So yeah, go check it out if you want to practice your bridging. I'm on the game mode Fast Builder. It's called Fast Builder. So yeah, if you want to practice your bridging, this is the place to go. Alright, let's start off with the slow bridge. So the slow bridge is the slowest possible bridge that you can do in Bedwars, besides like, I don't know, maybe like slow jump it? I don't know. There's probably another one, but this is the slowest one that I know of. And how you do it is very simple. It's the simplest bridge I know of. Basically, all you're gonna do is you're gonna line yourself up with the middle of the block, you're gonna hold only S, and you're just gonna use your place key. This is it. This is the bridge. As you can see, we're traveling about 1.25 blocks per second. It's not very fast at all. This is just extremely slow. This is what most people will do when they're just starting Bedwars. They'll usually just do this because they don't know any other bridging methods, which is completely fine, by the way. This is completely fine as long as you learn another bridge pretty soon, because this will not get you too far. Alright, next up, we've got the monster bridge. Now the monster bridge is very close to the slow bridge, but all you're gonna do this time is hold A and S, and then look at this angle, or D and S, and look at this angle. So you're gonna hold the two buttons, and then you're just gonna place. It's just a little bit faster than the slow bridge. As you can see, we're traveling about 1.7, 1.6, 1.75 blocks per second, we'll say. It's about half a block faster, but it is actually significantly faster than the slow bridge. A lot of people don't know to do this, and I'm not quite sure why, but like, this is just so much better than the slow bridge. This is the bridge I think everyone should start off with, honestly. This is like a good beginner bridge, because this will be fine. I see pros doing this. The reason it's actually called monster bridging is because the leaderboard player, that's right, the leaderboard player who's getting 5 stars a day, Monster GG, didn't know how to speed bridge, and he was still grinding leaderboards. He still got on leaderboards, and he used this bridging method the whole way. So it just goes to show that you don't have to be the best bridger to be good at the game. Alright, next up we have speed bridging, or ninja bridging. I think I'm going to consider it ninja bridging for now, because technically anything that's considered faster than the monster bridge is considered speed bridging. That would include like ninja, god, breezily, moonwalk, telly, I don't know, there are probably a few other ones. I heard there's one where like you place a block above your head or something. I don't know, it's weird. Alright, so there are many different ways of ninja bridging, but I'm going to teach you the 3 ways that I'm most comfortable with, or at least the 3 I know. So first off, we're going to start with the 0 CPS speed bridge. Alright, so the general way of speed bridging is basically you're going to line yourself up like this, or you can do like this, but it's slower, it's less consistent. You honestly have a worse time aiming. With this, it's just a lot better. You have a lot more freedom with aiming, and it's just better. Do it this way. But yeah, you're going to line yourself up. You're going to press A and S, or D and S. If you were going to press D and S, you're going to want to aim yourself this way, and A and S is this way. For my sneak, I use control. So if you look in the top right, you can see my mouse clicks, and whenever I press control, it's like that's when I hit, that's when I place, and everything. So you guys will be able to keep track of that. So basically, how you do the 0 CPS speed bridge, hold your left mouse button, you're gonna hold your place button, and you're just gonna time your sneaks. So once you place a block, you're gonna let go of sneak, and then you're gonna catch yourself at the very edge so you can place again. And it's just a big loop of this. It's very easy to do, it's very easy to learn, and before you know it, you have a 20-second time on the server. So yeah, if you want to get into ninja bridging, I'd recommend starting with the 0 CPS speed bridge. It's very easy, it's very consistent, it never really fails me. Whenever I lose my bed, I'll usually do a 0 CPS. Whenever I have a bed, this is the ninja bridging method I use. Now we're going to move on to the one-click speed bridge. This is the version of speed bridging that I use personally. It can be really fast. It can be as fast as a really well-timed breezily, actually. Now, how you do the one-click speed bridge is very similar to the 0 CPS, except this time you're going to be timing your clicks instead of just holding. So you're actually going to be clicking every time you want to place a block. As you can see, it's much faster. It's less consistent though, that's the thing. You have a higher chance of missing the block placement, like especially when you start going fast. You can not press something, or maybe your mouse will glitch out. There's a lot of factors that can go into missing the block placement, and it's much less consistent than the 0 CPS. But if you're not looking for consistency, you're just looking for speed, this is probably the one for you. Now for the one-click speed bridge, I recommend starting slow. You know, just making sure that your mouse is staying on the block, and then gradually building up speed as you go. It's fun. It's really fun in a way, because, you know, you're doing more with your hand than you normally would with like an average speed bridge. So you gotta time your sneaks, and you gotta time your block placements, all like, and you gotta kind of keep them in sync. It's like a rhythm game where you gotta keep them in sync. Well, the thing is, the penalty for getting them out of sync is, well, death. Now, I'm going to be teaching you the butterfly ninja bridge. This is probably the hardest out of all of them, and I can't recommend doing this one, but if you really want to learn it, like, go right ahead. It can be rewarding sometimes, but all you're going to do is butterfly click and time your sneaks. Basically, how you butterfly ninja bridge is you're going to line yourself up with A and S, like we do with every other speed bridge. And you're now going to start butterfly clicking your place button. Now you're just going to want to time your sneaks along with it. It's not very good, honestly, and it's kind of janky because you're placing a lot faster than you normally would, so in the end it's probably slower, but sometimes you do get like these little bursts of speed. But yeah, it's not consistent at all. I can't recommend doing this because you're doing too much with your hands. You're butterfly clicking with one hand, and then you gotta time your shifts with the other, and it's actually very hard to keep track of, at least for me. I don't know how you guys are probably better at this than me, but I can't really keep track of like what both my hands are doing at once with the butterfly ninja bridge. Even now, I'm misclicking. But yeah, the butterfly ninja bridge, probably the worst of them all. Actually, no, definitely the worst of them all. Just don't learn this. Actually, no, you can just skip this part. Just, you know what, when you send this to your friends, so they can learn how to bridge along with you, which you should do, by the way, tell them to just skip this timestamp right here on the screen. Just tell them to skip it, because it's not worth learning. Alright, next up we have the diagonal speed bridge. The diagonal speed bridge is probably the second most important speed bridge you're going to want to learn. And again, like the normal speed bridge, there's many versions, but I'm going to show you the 0 CPS diagonal speed bridge and the one-click diagonal speed bridge. Let's start off with the 0 CPS diagonal speed bridge. So to do this, you're just going to want to line yourself up. You want to go just a little, you're going to go 1 pixel in, or 1 tile, whatever you want to call these. Go 1 in, it's gonna hold, and you're just gonna time your sneaks to the very edge of the block. And once you kind of get into a rhythm of like ba-dun, 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 it gets very easy. You know, diagonal speed bridging is not hard once you get used to it. Alright, so anyway, now time to move on to the one-click diagonal speed bridge, or the timed diagonal speed bridge, or the butterfly diagonal speed bridge, whatever you want to call it. I butterfly click for this because butterfly clicking diagonally is actually a good thing, because there's not as much going on when you're butterfly clicking diagonally versus when you're doing it straight. So yeah, all you're gonna want to do, it's the same process as before. You're just gonna line yourself up, go 1 tile in, and ba-dun, 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 ba-dun. It's a very easy pattern to follow. You're gonna want to go up a few blocks maybe. I'm not good at that. Again, I'm not the best bridge in the world, but at least I can share my tips with the rest of the world. 1 tile in, ba-dun, 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 ba-dun. What? Alright, next up in the ninja bridge section, we have the 1-stack speed bridge. So anyway, what you're gonna do, this is basically a bridging method, and what I do is I actually butterfly click for this, and you're basically just letting go of shift as soon as you reach the end of the block. It's the same timing as speed bridging, except you're holding space now, and you're just placing as fast as you can. You could time it too, but I prefer not to. Like, I could time it if I really wanted to, you know, but I prefer butterfly as it's just a little more consistent for me, and there's a lot less going on in my mind when I have to butterfly. Now, this bridging method is great when you need to actually get up somewhere. What I recommend doing whenever I bridge, I usually go up like 3 or 4, maybe 5 blocks, and then I start doing the 1-click. So I'll 1-stack up 5 blocks, and then I'll 1-click speed bridge, and that's most of my rushes. So like, if you're doing a 1v1 against me, or you're just going up against me, just know that I'm probably gonna be at your base pretty quick because of that method. But yeah, the 1-stack method is great for getting up to high places and just bridging. bridging, it's much better than just noob polling because it's a lot faster than noob polling too, surprisingly. Like, you wouldn't think so, but it actually is a lot faster, and it's actually great for fighting people who do noob poll because you're getting above them much faster and you're actually going towards them, so you're going to be able to be on the offensive there. So yeah, the 1-stack speed bridge. Alright, now on to the breezily bridge. Breezily bridging is something I can't really do yet. Well, I can kind of do it, but like, not very good. So I'm going to pass it off to my man, Misdemeanors, who's going to give us a demonstration of breezily bridging, and then I'll give an explanation right after. So enjoy this quick demonstration of breezily bridging.
So with breezily bridging is probably the easiest no shifts bridging because it doesn't require a ton of CPS and realistically anybody can learn it. I personally don't have a good strafing pattern. I just spam A and D while looking at the top half of the block. But if you were to go slower and go like further out to each side of the block, you wouldn't even have to click as fast as I do. It would be so much easier to just double click time it. What I do is whenever I get to the edge of the block, I drag click. I just do a short little drag click right at the edge of the block, and I reset my drag pretty fast. So every time I get to the edge of the block, I drag again. And I can kind of sort of line it up with every time I switch between A and D like that. But it just kind of depends on your strafing pattern too.
Wasn't that great? Thanks, Misdemeanors. Go sub to him. Link in the description. So anyway, guys, that was the fundamentals of bridging in Bedwars. Those are the 5 types of bridging that you're going to want to learn before you get started going super pro, epic Gamer Boy 80 style in Bedwars. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're getting so close to 5K subs. We're like, I don't know, 600 subs away or something. That would be crazy if we could hit it by the end of the month. Thank you guys so much, and peace out.